What's going on, Knicks fans? Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and in today's show, we're going to get into a Knicks rumors mailbag where I answer your questions, but I'm only going to answer them if you're a subscriber. So if you want to get on the next New York Knicks Now, you got to be a subscriber, so go down right now, hit that big red button, and help us get to 6K strong. First one coming in from my guy, New York Knicks, born and bred. What are your top 5 NBA free agency targets? I like this question, and I was actually going to do a video like this in a couple of days. The Knicks, they're going to be players in NBA free agency, despite the fact they don't have a lot of cap space. The thing about the NBA, it's real easy to make cap space. You can trade players, like a guy like Evan Fournier, or Alec Burks, or Kemba Walker, or you can trade anyone on the roster pretty much to create cap space. It's not like the NFL. You can make it happen really easily. But the top 5 guys I have on the screen, these aren't the best 5 players in free agency. These are guys that I think the Knicks could target and look at and afford in all those types of ways. Jalen Brunson, he's my number 1 guy. He had a 41-piece dinner against the Utah Jazz in round 1 of the Western Conference Playoffs. I like him a lot. It may cost though like $20 to $25 million per year to bring in Brunson. Then a guy like Collin Sexton, the point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The thing is, he kind of got a spot taken by Darius Garland. He's been pretty much out for the entire season due to that knee injury. And I got Mitchell Robinson on the list. I think the Knicks need to bring him back if they don't do anything in free agency. You can't just afford to let him walk in free agency for nothing. Could we maybe see a Jalen Brunson for Mitchell Robinson sign and trade? Then Zach Lavine, probably the biggest name on this list. Do I think the Knicks sign him? No, but he's one of the best on the market. He's an unrestricted free agent, and maybe the Knicks could sign him. The Knicks, they need another scoring guard, and that's what Zach Lavine is. Then Anfernee Simons, the rising star out of Portland. He is a restricted free agent, same as Collin Sexton, meaning that the Knicks make him a contract offer, and they agree to it. That means the Cavs or the Portland Trailblazers will be able to match it. Simons blew up on the scene this year, taking in a lot of minutes because Dame Lillard was hurt. The thing is, if the Knicks go and cash him out, will the Blazers be able to match it just for him to be a backup guard or maybe the 2 guard alongside Dame Lillard? But we've seen in Portland 2 small guards in the backcourt. Really hasn't worked in the past. So those are 5 guys I'd like to see the Knicks target. Give me some of your people that you want the Knicks to target in NBA free agency. Do you want it to be James Harden? Maybe Kyrie Irving? Bradley Beal? Do you want to go big game hunting, or do you want to go under the radar? Maybe a guy like Tyus Jones or other people. Let me know in the comment section someone you want the Knicks to sign in NBA free agency. And look, when the Knicks make a move in free agency, if they re-sign Mitchell Robinson, if they make a sign and trade happen for Jalen Brunson, or they go get somebody else, we're going to be breaking it down on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to get to 6,000 subscribers, and I'll do this. If you're already subscribed, go down and type me in the comment section, and I will give you a shout out on the next New York Knicks Now. It's something we've done on the show before for Sloppy Toppy and RJ Barrett. So if you're a sub, a loyal one, and you're a real one, go down in the comments and type me for a shout out. This next one coming from Leon Rose. Never heard of you before. Who should the Knicks target in the NBA draft? Right now, the Knicks, I think they have the 11th spot in the NBA lottery. Yeah, we have this shout out to Tankathon. They always do a great job with the lottery. Right now, the Knicks, they have about a 2% chance to get that number 1 pick, and they also have a 9.4% chance to land inside the top 4. So never say never, but there is a chance that they could land inside the top 5. And if they did get that number 1 pick or inside the top 4, my number 1 draft target is Jaden Ivey, the electric guard out of Purdue. He's probably a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. The Knicks would have to move up in the lottery to get a guy like him. I think he could be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. And I really love Bennedict Mathurin. He's a really athletic player. We'll show you his stats in a second. He's one of my favorite guys in this draft. And then another guy if the Knicks stick at spot number 11. You can also get Ben at number 11. TyTy Washington. He was up and down in his freshman season at Kentucky, but he has all the skill sets any GM that's looking for a point guard to be the face of their franchise. TyTy Washington has all of those skills. But to go on more about Bennedict Mathurin, I think he is a prototypical player in the NBA. He's tall. He's about 6'6". He's got a large wingspan. He's extremely athletic. He's a highlight reel in the fast break, and he's someone that simply just gets buckets. This dude averaged 17.7 points per game last year, 45% from the field last year, 36.9% from three. And as a freshman, he shot almost 42% from three while shooting 47% from the field. I think his skill set will easily transition into the National Basketball Association, and he kind of reminds me of a little bit lesser Indiana Pacers Paul George. He has all the athletic ability, he's got the size, he's got the length, and he's got the ability to put the ball in the basket. He's a real deal bucket getter, and I'd love to see him set the hoops on fire in Madison Square Garden. But let me know, if the Knicks stay at 11 or they move up into the top 5, give me anybody. Who do you want the Knicks to pick in the NBA draft? Leon Rose, he has to hit on this pick so the Knicks can be a better team next year, or maybe they trade this pick with Julius Randle to go get a guy like Donovan Mitchell. We'll talk about that in a second, but let me know someone you want the Knicks to pick in the NBA draft. Speaking of drafts and sports leagues, here at Chat Sports, youtube.com/chatsportstv, we're going to be going live for every single pick of the NFL draft. Like my guy Mitchell Renz would say of the Raiders Report here at Chat Sports, we're going to be live for like 500 hours straight, announcing every single pick, from pick number 1 to pick Mr. Irrelevant. Tune in April 28th through the 30th. We'll be live for every single pick, and 2 hours prior to the first day, a week, or on Thursday next week. So join us, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Sleepy Sam coming in with a question. What do you think about signing Collin Sexton in NBA free agency? He's a restricted free agent, so technically if he agrees to a contract with the New York Knicks, the Cavs could match it. I don't see that happening, though, because he pretty much got a spot taken by Darius Garland. Garland set the league on fire after Sexton is pretty much out for the entire season because of that meniscus injury. But what he did in 2020 is a reason that I think the Knicks should target him in free agency. He had his breakout season in the NBA last year. He averaged 24 points per game, a tick under 5 assists, shot 47.5% from the field, and shot a really good 37% from three-point land. Sexton is a scoring guard. He doesn't always look to get his teammates involved, and I don't mind that. Especially in a Tom Thibodeau offense, the point guard isn't really much of a table setter. He's more of just a guy that likes to eat and get buckets. Look, think about it like this. The Chicago Bulls were best with Tom Thibodeau, and Tom Thibodeau was at his best with the Chicago Bulls when they had Derrick Rose. There wasn't much of a game plan. It was just a, hey, let's roll the ball out and let's see Derrick Rose get buckets, and that's what Collin Sexton is. He's a bucket getter. He's got a bulldog mentality. He's not afraid to get shots up. Doesn't matter if he's shooting 5 of 20 from the field. He's going to continue to hoist shots, and I like that in a player, especially one that's averaged 24 points per game in a season before at about 47.5% from the field. But what about this question? I had someone hit me up on Twitter and say, what do you think about this? If you could have one of these guys be the starting point guard for the New York Knicks next season, who would it be? Answer it in the comment section. Type their jersey number. Type number 5 for Emmanuel Quickley. Type 13 for Jalen Brunson, or go down and type number 2 for Collin Sexton. This next question coming in from F. Dolan. I don't know who you're talking about. Who's Dolan? Do you think the Knicks will trade Cam Reddish? This one's going to set the comment section on fire. There's a lot of Cam Reddish truthers that subscribe to this channel, and I get it. I see all the talent. 6'8". He's got handle. He can get to the bucket. He can score at all 3 levels. The thing is, he hasn't done that through his 4-year NBA career. He's been injured more than healthy, and when he played for the New York Knicks this year in just the 15 games played after he was traded from the Hawks to the Knicks in that Kevin Knox deal, it really just didn't work out, and it sucks because Cam Reddish, I had a lot of hope for. I thought he was going to come in, get real minutes, and be able to produce. Tom Thibodeau, he didn't see it that way. He wasn't a fan of the trade. He didn't give him minutes. He only played about 14 of those per night in 15 games. He shot terribly from the field, 41%, and even worse from 3, 25%. Look, I like Cam Reddish. He has all the talent in the world. That's why he went to Duke. That's why he was one of the most coveted high school prospects going to Duke. He had Tracy McGrady comps coming out of high school. But the thing is, you're going to be entering year 5 or year 4, I think it is, into the National Basketball Association. The time is now for Cam Reddish to put it all together. You can't be entering year 4 and still be talking about the potential and the upside you have. You need to be hitting your stride, because when year 5 comes around, you're going to be a restricted free agent. and you're going to be looking to sign another contract in the NBA. But if you continue to add on to your long list of injuries and you continue to struggle when you get minutes, he did have some good games for the Knicks. I don't want to say he didn't. I liked some things I saw. The thing is, the Knicks cannot afford to continue to pay players that aren't on the court, that can't reach their true ceiling, and I'm kind of scared that's what Cam Reddish is. But if he puts it all together, I think he has all-star potential. But what about this? If the Knicks, let's say, try to trade for a guy like Donovan Mitchell or De'Aaron Fox or Jalen Brunson, would you include Cam Reddish in that trade? Let me know. Type T for trade, or you can go down and type K for keep. I appreciate everybody that's made New York Knicks Now a part of their day today. Give me a follow on Twitter. I'll put the link in the comments and the description of this video. Give me a follow. I'm trying to get to 2,000 followers. I need your help. I'm tweeting about the Knicks all day, every day. So give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_.